Joining us on the program now is speaker on healthy living and the author of Age to Perfection, How to Thrive to 100, Happy, Healthy, and Wise. Judy Gaman joins us this morning. Judy, thank you for joining me in Memphis. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's always a pleasure to come on and talk to you.
Thank you, Judy. Of course, we're on early, which means getting up early, being disciplined with sleep. And it's not just about going to bed and getting some sleep, but also the quality of sleep. And I hear there is a study that says there's a fine line between a good night and a bad night's sleep, and it could all come down to a matter of minutes.
Right, 16 to be exact. So the study out of the University of South Florida found that missing just 16 minutes of sleep can make you lose focus. They call it cognitive interference. And what's interesting about this is we now know a lot about sleep that we didn't know before because we have functional MRI. This isn't in the study, but something you might be interested in. When we get into that deep REM sleep, our brain actually washes itself like a washing machine. So that consistent deep sleep means not waking up all the time. It means getting through the process of sleeping at least 7 full hours. It's so important.
So you said 16 minutes. That's incredible that it's not just some rounded number like 30 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So 16. So I assume that there were quite a few people that they tracked during this. Now, it's interesting you mentioned about the different type of MRI. What happens? You said there's kind of a washing with the rest. What were some of the differences that they were noticing in this study between people that got the ample sleep and not? What were some of the symptoms or the results?
Yeah, so they had 130 participants in this, and they found that people that didn't sleep well or who missed that 16 minutes, and I agree with you, it's such a random number, right? That they would go to work and they wouldn't focus as well. And they used there was even some children in the study. So there was children, there was adults, there was IT people, and people they could really track at how well they were performing. And they found that the people that were missing even just 16 minutes were focused less. They were making bigger mistakes. And if you think about the America and our sleep deprivation, the CDC says a third of us don't get enough sleep. And I believe it. I mean, it's amazing how many people you work with that say, oh, I didn't sleep well last night. Or we just want to watch the end of the show, right? Oh, just a few more minutes. Or let me check what's on the news. And then we get onto our phone or we get onto the TV. That blue light keeps us from falling into that deep sleep. It's really easy to lose an hour, let alone 16 minutes of sleep.
Absolutely. And I've seen, read, and had guests on that talk about some of the ideal sleep conditions, I guess, removing blue light and certain temperatures in the room. Heck, we've even seen New England quarterback Tom Brady come out with a line of sleepwear with that far infrared technology. I think it's bioceramic woven into the shirts so that when you have sleep, you have that warmth that's helping your body recover and prepare itself for another day. It's become its own industry.
It really has, because now all this research has come out, and it's just proving what we already knew. We already knew we needed to rest. When you're tired, you're supposed to rest, but we've gotten into the society where it's do more, be more, go, 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 and we're on call 24/7. If your phone dings in the middle of the night, you're like Pavlov's dogs. You go running for it. What is it? Basically salivating just to figure out what the ding was. Does somebody text me? Do I need something? Do I get a new email? We've got to be able to turn off it. I don't know if you remember this, Tim, but back in 2007, there was a British study, a very large British study, and it found that people that had less than 7 hours a night of sleep were twice as likely to die early, especially of heart disease.
And imagine that, and that was before the smartphones really became the smartphones that they are now. When we had to open up the flip phone and type out the letters, on our keypad using the numbers and the letters. But now with the temptation of having distractions even more easily at our disposal, I would think that number would hold true, if not even more so today.
Oh, absolutely. And you mentioned smartphones, and you're right, the little flip phones, you couldn't play games on them. Some people are so addicted to these games, they think, oh, I'll earn extra points, or whatever they do, they cash in on their Candy Crush, or whatever it is that they're doing. These games are built to make you want to do it. They're built to become addictive to the brain. So a lot of times these people get up, they just go to the bathroom and they think, oh, I'll just spend a few minutes on my phone. Well, a few minutes, first of all, is a bad thing, but then a few minutes turns into a half an hour. And before you know it, you could be a member of this study right here. And you yourself are cognitively declining because you didn't get that rest that you needed.
16 minutes makes all the difference, according to that study. Judy Gaman, thank you so much for joining us. And folks, be sure you can check out her book. It's called Age to Perfection: How to Thrive to 100, Happy, Healthy, and Wise. Judy, it's been a pleasure. Please don't be a stranger.
I'll be back, Tim.
Thank you so much. There's Judy Gaman joining us on Memphis Morning News. 16 minutes can make a huge difference.